dedicate this one to all the haters. Y'all wanna show y'all some love. Y'all heard me? Let's get it. Beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Just beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Just beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Just beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Say what, say what?
Hey, it's Dominic from the Dominic Natty Show, and I want to tell all of you to subscribe to Off Tap Life. Off Tap Life has the best reactions on all of YouTube. It's right here, so if you're not subscribed, what is wrong with you?
Guys, it is that time of the day again, or night, depending where you are, and that time happens multiple times in the same day, so that statement just null and voids itself, because I'm always dropping something you already know. And if you don't know, you might be new here. In that case, you might need to go ahead and click that subscribe button, join the fam, so you know what's going on God. Anywho, guys, we're back with another reaction quest. This one right here is from Jazzy J. Jazzy J wants to hear Marcia Hines. Marcia Hines, you. And this is what she had to say. She goes, Marcia was born in Boston, America. She came to Australia around 1970, and we quickly adopted her. She was living in Australia ever since her family. Please enjoy Marcia Hines. So, guys, now, when I first came to Australia, you soon learn who the icons of the Australian music industry is. Marcia Hines is one of those people. All right, you guys know John Farnham is one of those people. You know, there's Christina Anu. There's these just these iconic freaking icons of the Australian music industry. Kylie Minogue, she's another one that probably everyone's freaking aware of. Freaking Olivia Newton-John. I think she's another freaking. She's Aussie, ain't she? Pretty sure she is. There's just these iconic freaking people, Aussies. Tina Arena, pretty sure she's Aussie too. Australia actually has a lot of Dannii Minogue, Kylie's sister. Like, when you start doing your homework and your research, you realize, and there's iconic groups as well. Cold Chisel, freaking Men at Work. Cold Chisel's Australian, right? Aren't they? Or am I thinking Cold? Yeah, I think Cold Chisel's Australian too. Men at Work, freaking. There's so many just iconic things you start to figure out here, and it's cool. And I'm talking about right now. I'm naming obviously more of the iconic, been around for generations. What's the other dude's name? Freaking, he just popped in my head too. John Farnham, and then there's this other guy, I forgot his name, but he's like another freaking huge old school name of classic Aussie like icons, right? So there's this list. Marcia has a daughter named Demi Hines as well. I think her name's Demi. And then this is like we're talking about, like, there's this level of classic iconic Australia, right, music, which a lot of people don't realize that is Australian until you come and live in the country for a while. And if you're into music and stuff like me, being an artist and musician and all that stuff, yada yada, you start figuring it out, and you even start meeting some of these people, which is pretty dope. The other cool thing though is that then there's this like newer, or maybe I would say there's another level of icon, and then there's like the more newer icon. I guess you could kind of maybe put those two together, because you've got like Delta Goodrem, which I would say she's kind of maybe in between that icon. She's now like becoming in her own iconic state, but she's not really of that generation. But she's also not really of the newer generation. She's kind of in betweenish, kind of, in a sense. But she is an icon nevertheless of Australia. You've got Guy Sebastian doing big things now. Freaking, you've got people like, you know, my girl, freaking, Jessica Balboy, freaking, oh man, go blank. How I forget about Jess? Performed with her before. She's freaking awesome. There's lots of icon now, iconic. Oh, freaking Natalie Imbruglia, again, another one. If I keep sitting here thinking, I will think of more. There's more that are just iconic Aussie music, like people that you wouldn't even maybe even realize were Aussies. And I never knew that till I came here. Of course, some of these names I never even heard of till I got here. But after you're here for a while, you start to know. You start to figure it out. And so MARCIA HINES, she basically, you know, even though she is from the States like me, you know, she came here and she basically became Aussie. And that's what happens. You know, I think a lot of us come to Australia and we fall in love with Australia. Australia is an amazing country, and the people here are special. The country's special. There's something really cool and beautiful about Australia, and I can never say enough things about it. I think I'm gonna make a whole video about Australia and just talk about Australia for freaking just my experience in Australia, and share my whole story of why I think Australia is absolutely, definitely a really cool experience, and something that you should endeavor to attempt to experience at some point in your life. Anyways, this is just the intro. Let's go ahead and dive into this reaction. I'm just comfortable talking about, I don't know, man. Anyways, let's go and dive into the reaction requests. I'll talk more afterwards. Let's go ahead, listen to the song, and then I'll do a little more yakety yak. This is cool, man. Like, I know who MARCIA HINES is. I've never really listened to much of her music, especially if it's something older. There was some shows that I might have seen from time to time where MARCIA HINES performed, but it was like newer stuff. But I think for some reason, this song kind of does sound like something I've heard before, even though I don't specifically remember ever hearing it, if you know what I mean. But it does sound catchy enough. And I think that is the magic of this song, is that when you have a song that is written in a manner where it actually just fits the narrative, and it's got all the right ticks in the boxes, it's catchy, it's cool, it's got all those little magical elements, the hook that reels you in. I mean, who doesn't like a song that's saying, you know, you are awesome? You know, basically, like, this is that song. I think that, you know, sometimes when you hear music and it's feel good music, and it absolutely works because it absolutely maybe has multiple different reasons why it makes you feel good. Like this song, the lyrics obviously make you feel good, right? It's telling you, you're incredible, you're awesome, this is great. But it's also got that kind of disco-y type of vibe, you know, that feel where it's like, you know, when you think of having a good time and fun, what is that to you? I don't think anyone ever imagines a time where they've gone to like somewhere where it's like a club, a party environment, you know, dance music, club music, all these type of things, without associating that with fun and goodness and happiness. And this song has that all in spades. So I'm enjoying it. I'm going to continue for a little longer. I'll be back. This is crazy. I actually, when I saw Marcia Hines, the only times I've ever seen her in any shows or anything is like when she's been older. So seeing young Marcia Hines is quite interesting. But I think it's really cool because, like, you know, when you move to a new country and you embrace that country and you become really connected to it, it absolutely does something to you, right? Like, you know, it really does. And from this song, I feel that feeling of that's what happened when she, you know, especially also because Jazzy also explained what happened when she kind of got here, but I feel like she was so happy and so excited to be here. And this song was a reflection of that, you know, just really embracing this new life in this faraway land. You know, it's magical feeling. This song has that kind of magical, happy feeling. You know what I mean? I really love it. And, you know, this is that classical type of kind of that style of music for that generation of kind of that more disco-ish type of dance, disco, pop type of sound. You can hear that. It's very distinctive of that era. And that is really cool because they've done such a great job of creating that vibe in this song. Obviously, that was that period of time when they made that song. So, I mean, that's what they would have been hearing and accustomed to. It's probably easier to do that, you know, because they were surrounded by it. But to do it well is another story. Anyone can copy and do something else that someone's done, but that doesn't mean you're going to do it well. It doesn't mean you're going to hit it out the park. But obviously, she was already on her way to doing great things. You could tell from this that they already were like, yep, she's got it. She's got it. And we are freaking in love with you. What? I can do puns. Okay, that wasn't really a pun, was it? Because I'm really literally saying you. But then again, I mean, I get, whatever. Marcia. Wow. Bravo. Look, this right here is why we love music, right? Am I right or am I right? Because if it leaves you feeling some way after you've listened to the song, if it leaves you feeling like, wow, you know what? That hit just right. if it leaves or invokes some type of emotion or some type of feeling, tick that box. That's the thing, like some songs leave you afterwards pondering, like, can I get those 2, 3, 5 minutes back? Why did I do that to myself? But then you get songs that absolutely leave you feeling like today is going to be a really good day. I got a feeling. Ooh, ooh. That should be a song. But yeah, look, I really absolutely think that this song captivates and continues to do so because of its originally built foundation of elements all ticked the perfect boxes of execution. You know, a song is made of multiple different parts, many working parts, and if any of said parts fail to meet the levels of everything else, it can let the song down. This song, it's got everything just absolutely working perfectly. The 5 fingers of a hand forming a perfect fist. That's what this song is. You know, it's great songwriting, great music composition, great production values, freaking the actual mix, the volume, now back then I also noticed, though, that being said, you know, they were a little bit reverb heavy back then. You can tell also generational music from different periods of time, because there was a point in time where they used to like to pile on that freaking reverb and it sound like everything sounds like we in a tunnel somewhere. We're in a cathedral. We filmed the whole album in a cathedral. That's how a lot of music used to sound in certain genres of music, I should say, during certain periods of musical history. It sounded like it was in a freaking, like, I was going to say igloo, but I don't even know how music sounds in the igloo. So we'll stick with the cathedral. A castle would have been a good one, because I've been in many a castle. But yeah, you know, that was their thing, though, you know, and it's period correct. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I think it reminds me of, though, when I lived in Japan. And we used to always go to karaoke, like all the time. It was this big thing, you know. You'd have karaoke is so popular in Japan, and you going always to somewhere doing karaoke with everybody and just eating and drinking and have a great time. Me drinking orange juice or ginger ale or sparkling mineral water, but yeah, nevertheless having a good time. And you know, everyone wants to sound super awesome, right? Am I right? When you go and you're singing, especially in front of other people, even if you're not a singer, you want to sound extra crispy. You want to make sure you sound good. Let me go ahead and turn that reverb up so I can hide the fact that my vocals might not be as polished as I want y'all to believe. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and turn that reverb up. And even freaking seasoned singers will be like, yo, you got that reverb? Yeah, go ahead and turn that reverb up, and you'll give me a little bit of that echo as well, man. Let me get that And you know, it's crazy because, you know, look, I've been doing music all my life, right? If you guys don't know, doing music all my life. I was signed to Sony, a few other labels. Like, I sing, I write, I produce, I rap, I do all that. I do it all, right? I make music, I do the whole thing. But the first mistake you make, usually as a producer or an artist or anyone who's working the freaking reverb, is you overwork the reverb. It is like common mistake 101. Everyone likes to freaking, let me go ahead and turn that reverb up. And you can tell, it's like, yo, bro, you okay? Do you think you really need that much reverb? I don't think so. We would like to also hear your voice. So that's what kind of reminds me of, you know, this music from, you know, this certain periods of time when it's like, yo, y'all like that reverb back then, didn't you? But no, look, this is a great song. Absolutely enjoyed it. Freaking MARCIA HINES. Look forward to maybe hearing some more MARCIA HINES and Demi Hines and stuff as well. And it's just cool, man. It's just cool. Like music, man, stretches across generations and it crosses borders. And I love it. One day it will cross freaking planets, you know, like universes and galaxies. And that's dope, man. Freaking hell. Hurry up and build a spaceship already that can get us there. I don't want to miss out on the fun. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't want to wait till I'm reincarnated. The next life, I might not be able to freaking sing as good as I do now. I might come back next life, I'm not a singer. I'm a freaking marine biologist. Freaking hell, why would I be a marine biologist for, man? Y'all got spaceships now flying out to freaking the nether far. Let me at least be some type of space something, man. Let me mine a freaking meteor or asteroid. Do something. Why y'all freaking take away my vocal ability, reincarnate me? I ain't got the vocal ability in the next life. I'm freaking like still stuck on Earth. That would suck. Imagine being reincarnated and you're thinking, man, I'm reincarnated next life, come in the future, and I'm gonna be doing something in space, and you still working up in freaking Mickey D's or something. Man, that's messed up, man. Unless it's a Mickey D's on freaking Saturn or something. You know, hey, what are you doing, man? I'm just working on the moon, Europa or something, you know. Freaking doing my thing, man. There's something Mickey D's up in Europa. I mean, that's like, man, oh, man, y'all see the future, man. Y'all freaking up there, Star Trek Enterprise and all around everywhere. Freaking, yo, warp speed me. I'm hungry. Get me that warp. I need to get to Mickey D's and ASAP. There's one in Europa, sir. Okay, let's go. Hit it. Freaking, let's get to Europa. Damn, it's closed. It ain't 24/7 on Europa. Dude, Europa ain't got that much population. They don't need to stay open 24/7. Damn it, what we gonna do now? Freaking just use the freaking micro thingy that actually makes perfect food in a minute, because computer, make me a freaking burger. Okay, Captain, yeah, gotcha. Ping. Freaking perfect burger come out. Can you make it taste like Mickey D's? Yeah, just push the button. Why did we do that in the first place? Why are we flying all around the galaxy? Because nothing beats freaking the real thing. Going into the restaurant still different. It's always going to be like that. It doesn't matter how good technology get. You'd be like, still, I'd rather go to the real thing, bro. Just to experience something in the air. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying. And release. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love each and every one of you. And as always, remember to want to the fullest. Keep it off tap. I'm out.
Another day to live another fairy tale. It's another night to drink and then forget.